So we are now in the ED3. I'm sitting in the driver's seat, obviously, and just want to show you some of the things that perhaps aren't immediately obvious about an ED3. It might be that, you know, you look at take delivery of one. It's, well, you know, how does this work? How does that work? What's this for? So I'm going to show you some bits, and hopefully that will help you. Of course, you're only going to buy your ED3s from me, Neil, Van Man in Louth, don't forget. But let me just share with you some bits before we get to that bit. Bit of a plug there for sales. First of all, you'll notice there are 2 seats in this. So practically, if you are looking at a van that needs 3 people in the cab, it ain't gonna work for you. But 2 incredibly comfortable seats, both fixed in height, but it's a nice height as well. You've got a height adjustable steering wheel. But I'm 5'10", and I get in and out of here comfortably. Lots of room for my legs as well. Both front seats are heated as well. That's standard specification. And both have these armrests, which is really nice for long distance driving. The steering wheel is, as I say, height adjustable, and it's multifunction as well, and it gets the cruise control, which again is a standard feature on this van. And then you have your multifunction controls for the media player, which is this 7-inch screen that you can see here that we've got lit up at the moment. Really straightforward to use. You'll see that we've got Apple CarPlay, QD-Link. QD-Link is phone mirroring for Google phones, so that's Android Auto and the likes. And to get to either of those options in terms of pairing your phone to those features, then this is where you would go. This button here, this random button here, actually takes you back to the home page. So if you've been wondering whether this is connected to these 2 slots, which I thought it was originally when I first started, I thought that was like an eject button for something. It turns out that these are for your cards, so you might have like electricity charging cards. You keep them in there, and that button there will always take you back to the home page of your 7-inch screen. You see, I had the pain of having to learn this stuff and find answers. You're getting them from me now, so that's good. You've got air conditioning fitted as standard as well. Now, another question that's often asked is, where are the heater controls? Because there isn't an obvious heater control, and you've got fan speed, of course, but where's the heater control? So this here is the heater control. So if you need heat in the van, that's the button you press, and that will give you heat. At the moment we haven't got a fan speed on, so that's going to give you heat. At the same time, we've got the air conditioning button here, and you've also got there, that button in the top left hand corner is the polar opposite of heating. This is cooling. So that's cooling, that's heating, and when the fan speed is off, none of this will work. Again, people that have said, you know, I can't get my heaters to work and I can't get anything to work. Have you got the fan speed on at least one? No. Well, that's probably why. So just a little tip for you. Make sure you got the fan on. You see the USB port down here? The USB port is for your USB cable to then activate your Apple CarPlay or your QD-Link. Here is the gear change. Gear? Did I say gear? There's no gears with an electric vehicle. Look at me still educating myself. This is where we go to basically move between reverse, neutral. Oh, that's a nice image. There you go. Look at the image. So a nice colour image of the reverse, and you've got parking sensors on there, into neutral and into drive. And that's it. It's as simple as that. So from there, the neutral position, with automatics, you'd kind of expect, well, where's the parking brake? There isn't a P on the gear shift, so it's neutral and then it's the handbrake up. Always remember to do that. Reverse and drive, as simple as that. And off you go. It's like driving a very large go-kart. Now there's some other bits on this side that I need to show you, so I'm going to have to take you over here. I know you're going to miss me. I'll be back in a second, but just let me bring you over this side. I'm going to open the door as well and show you these buttons here. So this is the eco and the regeneration buttons. So you might hear or read about this 3 levels of regeneration. And what I'm going to do is use this regeneration button, but I'm going to show you in here. Oh, crikey, the door's open, so I'm going to have to close the door. So look at that screen there. And we're now moving. Can you see the medium, the high and the low? So they are the 3 regeneration levels, and all I'm doing is just tapping the reg button to get to where I want to be. So if, for instance, I'm set on high as I'm there, I could literally drive this van almost as a 1-foot operation. It's as simple as that. The regeneration is quite strong, so that means that it brakes quite heavily in high, and needless to say, if you set it in low, then you will probably need the brake. The eco button will assume that you're going to be driving around town and doing very low speeds, for instance, and it will maximize the speed to 58 miles per hour. So 2 buttons that again aren't immediately obvious, the eco and the regeneration button. Okay, just going to pass you back. So I hope that that has given you a good overview, that if you're sitting in one of these and you're preparing for a test drive, or you want to take a good closer look at one, that what I've shared with you absolutely helps you. And thanks for your time.